Hello, Libra rising. This is your full moon in Sagittarius report for June 3rd. This full moon is in your third house of communication, the things you learn, the way you speak, the way you write. It's also decision making, short trips, local community. You could be finding yourself traveling in short spurts during this full moon. But the new moon was in Taurus, and that's also where Jupiter, which rules the full moon, is. And that is your eighth house of shared resources, uh, empowerment, disempowerment, contracts that you have. So there could be a decision you're making about, hey, does this situation work for me? Am I empowered or disempowered in this contract? Things of that nature. And it's your values around what you want to receive as well as give. Are you giving more than you're receiving? This is going to be a mental thought pattern for you, and also what your values are there. But then also Venus will move into your 11th house of networking and goals. The thing is, it's going to square your eighth house of contracts, shared resources. If you're like, if someone's draining money out of you, how can you achieve your goals? If you're in a bad contract, how can you achieve your goals? Do you have to network to get out of this contract? All of those things will come up. It will square Jupiter. And Mars will square Uranus from the same two houses. So those things come up, and maybe it forces you to have to network because you decided this contract was no longer viable and I need another contract. When I say contract, it could be a car loan. It could be a job you work for that you sign a contract to work for places. I mean, it could be inheritance. That's the eighth house. It could be taxes. It could be debt. That is also, if you want to achieve your goals, you get out of debt. That's the eighth house. So those things are working around each other all summer, all summer. And Venus will go retrograde in your 11th house. And so maybe you reevaluate your goals based on what's been going on in your eighth house. The other thing is Saturn is in your sixth house of work, daily life, and routine. And it's encouraging you to work, to do things, to be healthy, all of the things. Saturn is foundation, it's boundaries. Square Gemini in your ninth house of adventure. That the sun squared Saturn from Gemini to Pisces, from your ninth house to your sixth house, May 27th. Ninth house wants to get out and travel and do and be. And it's Gemini also, which is very social, and it wants to learn and it wants to know, it wants to teach, it wants to share. It's adventure. Saturn in the sixth is like, no, you got work to do. You got to clean your room. You got to do. So those obstacles can come up. They did May 27th. They may again around June 15th when Mercury squares Saturn. And always give a day or two before and after for these things, because it's like a bell curve, right? So anything that goes through Gemini, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Virgo will square Saturn. And Saturday morning, June 3rd, the morning of this full moon, the moon will square Saturn, and it could bring those things up. It's like, oh, I really want to take this short trip, but first I got to take care of walking the dogs and making sure they're taken care of. You see where I'm going with this. So it's very practical, this kind of thing. I wish you the best. I will see you June 18th for the new moon in Gemini in your ninth house. Catch you on the flip side.